Hello everybody, this is Starman and welcome back to Let's Play the Tesla Effect. Well, last time you remember we found this beach house that apparently belongs to this Mason fellow we're trying to track down, and after tearing through most of the house we discovered this secret lab, and I decided to stop right before we head in there, but one thing it occurred to me that I didn't check between last time and this time.
Perfect place to keep a midnight snack.
Didn't really check the...
No, I could use that.
Yeah, I figured there was one of those cards I was missing from the last time I played through this. And okay, that should give us everything we need before we head in here. So this is where we start day 3. Drugs, guns, and cash, or the fast and the curious. Love these chapter headings, very nice.
Hoping to find more information about why sleazy PI Carlos Maldonado has been keeping an eye on my place leads me to a swanky beach house where I'm delighted and surprised to meet an incredibly beautiful woman inside a home medical office. Unfortunately for me, the feeling is not mutual. She's accompanied by a very lethal friend.
Freeze. What are you doing here?
Well, we had such a charming conversation on the vidphone, I knew I had to meet you. Now I'm rethinking that.
You don't remember me, do you?
Well, I wish I did. Does that count?
We met just once, years ago. So did you really come here looking for me? Or are you here for Mason?
I'm sorry. The correct answer is C, all of the above. I came here to find you, but it's Mason I'm looking for.
Well, you'll have to make do with me. Mason isn't here.
So how do you know Mason?
In the biblical sense, I'm his wife, Ariel Bowers.
When was the last time you saw him?
Over a month ago.
No kidding. A wife like you, I'm surprised he ever leaves the house.
We've been legally separated for over a month. He has issues, erratic behavior, periods of deep depression.
Nice male gaze on the camera there.
Psychological problems, huh? What are we talking here? He ties his shoe for an hour, or he walks into Burger Barn with dynamite in his pants?
I think it was just a reaction to stress. His work kept him away for weeks at a time.
So I heard your husband was a neurologist, like a brain surgeon or something.
Or something, yes. He worked in neurochemistry, how chemicals influence neural operations.
So who's he working for now?
Mason never talked about his work, even before we separated. But we stayed in touch. This was the longest he ever went without calling me. I got worried and came here. I found Maldonado's number and called to see if he knew anything.
Yeah, well, Maldonado's not going to be able to help us much because he's dead. Is that who you were coming to see on Chandler Avenue?
Yes, that's right. What happened to him?
Well, I'm not sure, but I'm trying to find out. But the trail seems to lead through your husband, who, by the way, I believe has been abducted.
Abducted? Now I'm worried sick. What are we going to do?
Well, to start with, if you could think of anything that could help me out here to find him, that would be a big help.
I will. Feel free to look around here. I wish I could stay and help, but I'll give you my number so you can call me later. And sorry about the gun to the head thing.
Oh, it's okay. I've just got one of those faces. Probably look better with a hole in it.
Say.
I have my doubts about Ariel Bowers' motivation. She certainly seems to have an agenda which includes more than just her husband's well-being. What's she up to?
Hubba, hubba. Whew. Is it hot in here, or did my internal fan just crash?
Well, it feels like I'm being played for a sap.
Oh, come on. She's just getting ready to play the field. I'd like to bring her over for a debugging session.
Okay, enough.
Now, of course, femme fatale like that, we'd be total idiots to take her word at face value. Of course, this is text, so we are total idiot, but still nothing doing. Anyway, let's see what we've got here. Thyroid diseases, normal brain, human stomach. What, no abnormal brain?
Just looking at this gives me an icky feeling. Just looking at this gives me an icky feeling.
Okay, got a poster over here of the human body.
Looking at medical posters always gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Okay, nothing on the floor in this corner.
I got a feeling that's not a crochet needle.
Nope. CAT scan?
Unfortunately, it's not the Tunnel of Love. I'm sure these MRI pictures are showing me something. Unfortunately, it's not the Tunnel of Love. Looking at medical posters always gives me the heebie-jeebies.
This cabinet needs a 3-digit code to open.
Well, it's a microscope, and you'd need one of these just to see Rook's sense of humor. I'm sure these MRI pictures are showing me something.
Ah, another card. And we can't seem to take that tool, but hey, didn't we pick up a petri dish that we need a microscope for? Huh. 670. And
That's interesting.
another card.
Something tells me the doctor got a lot of toothaches.
Nothing I can use.
Anatomy books. Used only for medical research purposes, I'm sure. Looking at medical posters always gives me the heebie-jeebies. Oh, what a very hospitable guest room.
This looks like a good bathroom read. Man, that is so cool.
My business card? How did Mason Bowers get this?
Nothing I can use. This table? A little small for my taste.
And we can't look at whatever this piece of equipment is.
Nothing I can use.
Let's see, stethoscope.
Man, that is so cool.
My business card? How did Mason Bowers get this? Looking at medical posters always gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Okay, I just heard a fax machine.
Just the place to conduct some business.
Looks like Carlos Maldonado was trying to get a hold of Mason about someone named Margaret Leonard.
Okay. And anything in the filing cabinet?
You'd need a PhD to understand any of these books. You'd need a PhD to understand any of these books.
Hello?
Well, I wonder what's on this little device.
You'd need a PhD to understand any of these books. If I found a flash drive, I could connect it to the video screen.
Hey, that's handy. I just happened to find a flash
Choose Your Own
drive.
Adventure neurology book. It's a shame no one's ever gotten it right. The Synaptic Snafu and Other Neurology Misadventures. Now that sounds like fun reading. The Synaptic Snafu. It's a Choose Your Own Adventure Neurology. It's a Choose Your Own Adventure Neurology book. It's a shame no one's ever gotten. He's looking a little under the weather.
Yeah, I think we have to select that and not the skeleton itself.
Looking at medical posters always gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Okay, let's look at everything in our inventory. So we now have 9 of these cards.
Baseball.
That broken trolley. Letter about the disease, letter about a traitor.
Maldonado was tracking down a woman named Margaret Leonard for Bowers.
Okay, and
This memory stick probably works on the computer in Bowers' MRI room.
as if we hadn't made that clear enough already. All right. I'll bite.
Long-lasting memories are created through a process of consolidation, which is based on the formations of protein in the brain. Thus, memories, particularly painful ones, are formed by these unstable proteins, making them easily identifiable and removed with a combination of drugs and behavior therapy, ensuring memory elimination. Of course, there are those who do not believe that the benefits of memory modification outweigh the risks. They warn that eliminating memories, one could significantly alter a person's personality, their history.
So, a fancy device that wipes your memories, Useful technology. I see applications for anyone who ever went out with you or read the Twilight series.
Come on. Little mercy here for the victim, all right? Why would Bowers want to erase my memory?
Very good question. An even better question is, what are we going to do with these cards now that we've got them, and what will they lead us? Because you'll remember, we uncovered this frame here in Bowers' study, and we got a puzzle piece icon, so I think we got ourselves a puzzle. And you'll note that it's Baseball Legends. It has a 17 in the middle. So we have 9 cards, 9 spaces. And the trick, if you know anything about this sort of numerology puzzle, well, not numerology, but basically we have to make all the rows add up to 17. So the easiest way would probably be to start with the lowest numbers in each of the corners and work from there. So we've got 3 and 1, that'd be 4, which means we need 2 numbers, that'd be 13. So, well, let's go ahead and do 4 and 9. And then this side we've got 3 and 2, so that's 5. 5 from 17 is 12, so we'll go ahead and go with, that would get us 5 and 7. Oh, whoop. Misplaced that one. And then 2, 6, and 8. Well, 6 and 8 is 14. That'd give us 17 down there. Jackpot.
Lots of cash. Usually a sign of illegal activity.
And for once, we can't take it. A Pawn Weekly magazine,
The
and
drawer inside this safe needs 2 additional cards. Whatever's in here must be so important that Mason Bowers keeps both the cards with him at all times. Lots of...
Pawn Weekly may be even sadder than that Cat Weekly magazine.
Lots of cash. Lots of cash.
all right.
Usually a sign of illegal activity. Looks like Bowers was interested in some Nikola Tesla artifacts from Rook's pawn shop.
Rook's Pawn Shop. Why does that ring a... Oh, wait. Well, it looks like we've got a few avenues to pursue. I guess I could hit the travel icon on the Smart Alex, but good to see this nice view again. Okay, so we got Beach House, Chandler Avenue. Let's go back to Chandler Avenue.
I better drop by the barbecue joint and see how that dweeb Mojo's doing.
Maybe he's decrypted that memory state.
Yeah, about time, too. I need a new lead on this case.
Phone message waiting.
Hey, phone message is waiting.
Phone message
Yeah, no detective worth his salt would be without a fax.
No fax, nothing on the doorstep.
Phone message waiting. Phone me-
This message is for Mr. Tex Murphy. Storm clouds are brewing. Are you with the White Russians or against us? A White Guard member is close. Prove your loyalty and we will reveal the truth.
What the heck was that? There must be another Tex Murphy in the phone book.
No messages on the vid phone.
Yeah, that was creepy.
This looks interesting. Probably a book on how to map out fun spots to visit inside your brain.
So we've got a book on neurology in our office, and apparently, well, you remember that we found that article on Nikola Tesla down here, and apparently Maldonado is looking for Tesla-related artifacts from Mason.
We need to talk.
Oh, do we have to, really?
Yeah, trust me, you may be involved in what happened to me.
Oh, the very thought makes me giddy.
I knew you'd be pleased to hear that. But it's all tied to items of Nikola Tesla and a man named Mason Bowers.
Well, it's true. It's true I've had some very rare Tesla items in my possession from time to time, but I have never heard of this Mason Bowers.
You know Carlos Maldonado?
Well, of course I know that wretched swine.
Tell me how he ties into Tesla.
Maldonado tried to bribe and threaten me to reveal my source of my Tesla items, but I didn't give it to him, and I won't give it to you. Do you think Maldonado was the one watching you?
I think so.
Oh, my, that could be troublesome. I need to make some inquiries. Is there anything else?
Well, nothing we can ask about again, but, well, before we go bug Mojo, let's go ahead and talk to everybody else on the street.
Whatever you need, Mike. Just ask.
Okay, yeah, we don't have any new topics of conversation with Louis.
Maldonado was tracking down a woman named Margaret Leonard for Bowers. Maldonado was tracking down a woman named Margaret Leonard.
Not again. You're gonna get me fired. Or worse.
And nothing new of Zach.
A bell will be placed in the lobby if a clerk is on duty.
Ah, well, there is no clerk on duty.
A bell will be placed in the lobby if a clerk is on duty.
Alright. So we can't bug Clint at the moment. I know this is a long way to go, but points is points.
Hey, Tex. How's your case progressing?
And nothing new from Holly. Okay. Let's go talk to Mojo. Love that fog effect, though.
So, your memory stick's all ready to go. Now, what do you give me for it?
Et tu, Mojo, excuse-moi, use fame.
How about an autograph? You have the only one.
You think I'm going to solve your case for free just because you're my idol? No, the great Tex Murphy wouldn't lift a finger without compensation. Neither will I.
Intimidation, new line of work, brass tacks. Well, we don't want to piss the little guy off, so let's just get down to it.
So, how much are we talking here?
Do you have an action figure? I want something money can't buy.
Local toy store, new line of work, leftovers.
Well, I was going to offer you a very special junior detective badge.
I don't want some stupid little orphan Annie ring. I want a memento from one of your cases. Something one of a kind.
Skeptical, more skeptical, sycophant. Skeptical.
How do I know what's on the memory stick's even worth anything?
You know how your cases always have 100 loose ends, and you need that one missing piece to tie it all together?
Stage 1, denial. Stage 2, anger, bewildered.
It's not always like that.
This could be that one missing piece. Mr. Murphy, you need this.
Stage 5, acceptance. Empty pockets, still angry.
Fine. Name your price.
Do you remember that sicko who was going around with a liquid nitrogen freeze gun, shooting people and then smashing them?
Leonard
Let's
Snart.
call him the Nitro Stalker. You got involved, and the cops finally found him a few weeks later, smashed into 1,000,000 pieces.
Who, me? Punny, dawning.
You think I did that?
Everybody knows you were behind that bit of freeze-dried justice. The freeze gun was never found, and I'm betting you took it. I'll trade you the memory stick straight up for it.
You win, no help, tattletale.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, so now we have to find the freeze gun.
Don't know.
Alright.
I wonder who'd know about that stupid freeze gun around here.
Well, Louis probably doesn't, but...
I hope you don't mind, Mike. I've been telling folks in the neighborhood about your situation, just so they know it's the old Tex they're dealing with. Let me know what else I can do for you.
Well, I think all 5 of them already know, but thank you, Louis.
You got me there, wife.
We probably didn't sell it to the local crime boss slash
More
electronic
questions?
shop owner.
Why you gotta keep coming back with more questions? Can't help you with that.
And, oh, something I forgot to look for earlier. I just remembered. Do you remember the Zipline Trolley that's missing a wheel? I remember the wheel is somewhere. There we go.
What's this? Oh, it's a small wheel.
I'm experiencing a sensation altogether new to me, and frankly, I love it.
Yeah, that line, of course, was said by Tom Servo in Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie.
Zipline trolley's repaired. Now we need to find the perfect place to zipline.
Alright. Well, let's go pester Rook, see if maybe we pawned our freeze gun to him.
Again? Really?
I don't like this any better than you do.
Oh, it's all about you, isn't it? What about my feelings? You think this is easy for me? Well, the freeze gun? The one you pawned that supposedly belonged to the Nitro Stalker? I believe it was purchased by one of those vigilante Morlock hunters.
Wow, we did really pawn a freeze gun. The Morlock hunters. Oh, looks like their hideout is open now. Ain't that handy.
O Lord, we beseech thee, give us strength,
courage,
protection. Hail, fellow countrymen. We are ready to begin our quest.
Hunting the dreadful night beast. Make haste.
Sorry, Tex, we gotta run.
Farewell, Sir Larry, Curly, and Moe. I'll be sure to tell Snow White you're gonna be late for breakfast.
Ooh, now this place is cool. A nerdy 7th grader's paradise.
Yeah, every weapon you'd ever need to be a level 85 World of Warlord chieftain. Good lord. They're LARPers. Back in the Hays Code days, couples had to sleep in 2 separate sleeping bags. Gross. No one's ever removed this thing since the incident?
No, but they did apparently remove the door on the north wall.
Well, I don't teach go-go dance at my academy. We're more respectable than that. Looks like someone has already helped themselves to the items behind the counter. It's a key to a padlock. The half-life of Weenie World burgers is at least 20 years.
Hey, a twisty game.
I used to love the game of Twisty, until I realized its true sinister purpose. Whoa, better tell Yogi to be on the lookout for these in Jellystone. Back in the Hays Code days, couples had to sleep in 2 separate sleeping bags. Fool me once, rubber spaghetti, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Yikes. No novelty toys in here. Only real. Did someone leave these on? Because they look like they're on. Ow! Yep. Did someone leave these on? Did someone leave these on? Because they looks like someone has already helped themselves to the items behind the counter. Mace is still a common tool for women's self-defense. Whoa. I feel like I just missed the fellowship before they headed off to Mordor. Yep. That's not diet. Looks like someone has already helped themselves to the... Padlocking the fridge is for extreme... Ah, poor Rusty. I knew him well. Hey, where are the fun masks? I was promised fun masks.
Yeah, they also changed the back room, too.
Padlocking the fridge is for extreme dieters only. It's a padlock key. That's not right. Padlocking the fridge is... Well, that was stupid. Padlocking the fridge is for extreme dieters only.
Okay, apparently this is an entirely different padlock key.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Ah, poor Rusty.
Padlocking the fridge is for extreme dieters only.
Alright.
Roof access. Wait a second. I remember years ago, Rusty once bragged that he had a secret panel installed in the water tower on the roof to hide his smuggled illegal novelty items. I wonder if the Morlock hunters stashed their valuables there as well. That leads to Rusty's roof. This needs a key.
Ah. That is what that key is for. Although, again, this is entirely different than the roof access that we saw back in the Pandora Directive.
Yeah, I need a zipline trolley to place on that rope.
Hey, what a happy coincidence. No digital dogs were injured in the making of this game. Oh, and he's got the little birdies around his head.
No way! A freeze gun? This is definitely your coolest case ever.
No pun intended.
With freeze guns, the puns are always intended. Are you familiar with the work of Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Please, have mercy.
I'm afraid my condition has left me cold to your pleas of mercy.
I'm gonna find a way to turn you off, I swear.
You're not sending me to the cooler. Cool party? Fine, I'm done.
Thank God.
Allow me to break the ice. My name is Freeze. Learn it well, for it is the chilling sound of your doom.
Let's just get this thing back to Mojo.
Yeah, they did not transcribe the whole thing there, it looks like. And yeah, the ladders here are annoying. I'm trying to... Okay, there we go.
I see they put Rusty's zipline back in place. How convenient.
Well, convenient for us.
I see they put Rusty's zipline back in place. How convenient.
Rusty's glowing zipline.
Thank you, Deus Ex Machina.
Alright, and can't run across to the rooftops here. But we don't need to. Actually, you know what? Can we travel to... any place else down here? There we go. Easier than trying to climb down that stupid staircase again.
A freeze gun? Could it get any more geeky?
You got it, didn't you? The Nitro Stalker freeze gun. So cool. My internet group is going to be so jealous.
Firm warning, threaten violence, small favor.
Fine. I'll tell you what. You say one word about this to anybody, and I'll deflate the tires of your wheelchair. I'm in enough trouble with the cops.
Fine. Oh, okay, I won't say anything. Threatened by Tex Murphy. This is so cool.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, so now we've got our flash drive.
We may only get one chance, Carlos, so I wanted to go over the plan one more time. If Margaret shows up at the Ritz, call me immediately. If I'm delayed, detain her. We have to assume she won't give up the egg voluntarily, but I want to talk to her first. You know why I've given you the cryo chamber. But that has to be the very last resort. And if anything happens to me, I'll need you to contact a friend of mine. Keep it safe until I retrieve it.
Well, it sounds like Mason and Margaret had a major disagreement. I need to locate both of them and get to the bottom of this. I decide to head back to my office to sort things out.
And we lost our hat.
Hey, cowboy. Any memories coming back yet?
Not so far, but something tells me I might be missing out on some really good ones.
That's solid detective work.
So... were we dating?
Dating? Oh, that's so cute. I guess you can call it that. But we were also working together in a more professional capacity.
Well, now my detective skills are picking up a little sarcasm.
Seriously, cowboy, you're good. I've learned a lot working with you the past couple weeks.
Let me get this straight. You and I were working on a case together? Do you mind telling me about that?
Not at all. You wanted a list of tenants here at the Ritz as far back as I could go.
Why would I do that?
It was your dreams. They were vivid before, but they were getting out of control. It's almost like they were changing you into someone else. You talked about seeing things from the past, but you wouldn't give me details. You were incredibly stressed. It was like you actually believed this apartment was haunted. You even started looking into psychometry.
Psycho what?
Psychometry. It's the belief that an object can contain a person's energy or memories.
So, not only am I an amnesiac, but I'm a paranormal idiot. Great.
Sounds crazy, I know. But then we found out about Donnelly.
Who?
J.T. Donnelly. It was the most bizarre thing. I'd heard you mention the name in your sleep. But then, his name turned up when I checked out the previous tenants.
So who is this guy?
He's a private investigator, a real old school brute. He worked for some powerful, influential people, but then he disappeared around 1943. His last known address was here.
San Francisco.
No, here, at the Ritz in this exact apartment.
Okay, that's a little bizarre.
It gets bizarrier. You called me one night, raving like a lunatic, saying the walls were talking. I rushed over and found holes smashed in the wall, and you curled up on the floor in a ball.
Well, I'm glad to hear I haven't changed that much.
You wouldn't tell me what had happened. But after that, you wouldn't sleep here. That's when you got your new place and started to sleep there.
Hold on. I have another place?
Yes, you do. And it's even nicer than here.
That's not saying much.
This is all crazy. I think I'm gonna sleep here tonight just to see whether it affects me in the same way.
Do you want some company?
Listen, Taylor, I'm beginning to see what the other me saw in you. But in my head, it's still 2043. I've got to tell you, there was somebody else.
Chelsea, I know. I know how much she meant to you, Tex. Losing her was traumatic as hell for you. But she's gone. And there's nothing you can say or do or don't do that's gonna bring her back. Do you feel that?
Oh, yeah.
I sure do.
I'm alive. And that's my heart. It's yours if you want it. And it comes with all the other bits.
Okay, so big choice time now, obviously. Go with Taylor, untrustworthy, or stay true to Chelsea. Well, this time around, we are going to stay true to Chelsea.
I'm sorry, Taylor, but I love Chelsea, and I never even got the chance to tell her. And if there's any chance that I can find her, I gotta do it. I hope you'd understand.
I don't understand, Tex. Why can't you let this go? It's crazy. That room you have across the hall with all our stuff is like some sick Chelsea shrine. I'm sorry I shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna go.
6 hours later, the rain was finally letting up. Last night felt like a blindside punch to the face. I didn't think having Taylor walking out of my office could be so painful. There's just something reassuring and comfortable about her, but I've got way too many questions, yearnings, and guilt not to find out what happened to Chelsea. Even if it kills me, I've got to know. There's something darker than the night I'm dealing with, and it hinges on what happened that evening 7 years ago with her. As Taylor leaves, she hands me the key to a room at the Ritz she calls the Chelsea Shrine Room.
And it sounds like we have enough facts, but we are going to go and explore all of this next time. We'll see you then.